just said Rajamouli, I said I'm on. Put my name anywhere you want on this film. मैं कहीं भी मैं last credit पे भी नाम डाल देते मैं बहुत खुश हो जाता. देखो क्या होता है कि किसी ने इतनी मेहनत की और हम चढ़ जाए क्रेडिट खाने हम बहुत अच्छे हैं इस डिपार्टमेंट में.
Karan sir here.
हाँ.
Karan sir, I'd like to tell you that it's very good that you're presenting this movie.
जी.
My question to you is that jitni epic ye movie bani hai, why do you think that Bollywood has not made such an epic movie on such large scale? That looks so promising, Baahubali.
We don't have him, no. We don't have him. Where is the Rajamouli in India? We don't have him. It's a simple answer. We had a man with this vision and somebody who would put his life just on edge for over 3 years and not care about anything else in the world but that cinema. I'm not that filmmaker and I know nobody else is either. We don't have him. It's as simple as that.
Okay,
Karan,
sir. So
Karan,
what have you learned? Sorry, what have you learned from Rajamouli sir? By being with this project, what have you learned from
To
him?
stop judging reality shows and start making movies. That is what I have learned.
Karan, do you agree that we always look up to the South directors?
Yes, sorry?
Here. Karan, do you agree that we always look up to the South directors for, new subject or good films?
You know, there's always a divide, you know, like if you stay in the city of Mumbai, you'll always say, oh, Mumbai is so much cooler than Delhi. There's a certain debate that always kind of crowds us at various levels of conversation. Similarly, the debate between, I spent a lot of time with Ravi Chandran. He was the cinematographer of My Name is Khan. And he told me so much. And, you know, there is so much we've heard always about the content being so great down south. And I just think it's the discipline. And it's the single-mindedness that I think some members of our fraternity lack. You know, we start chasing box office numbers and too much dependence sometimes on movie stars by realizing that content is king. And when will we finally accept it? This year, it has been more than decided that it's only content that eventually sells. Stars notwithstanding, the success in the recent months of Piku and Tanu Weds Manu, and now Dil Dhadakne Do that's releasing in Friday, which I believe is an outstanding film. It just goes to show that an audience eventually may not come on hordes on day one, but you give them a great film, your weekend will be packed. No doubt about that. I believe that Hindi cinema particularly is weak on its writing department. And I think that's where we need to really pull up our socks, is our writing. We have inadequate writing resources because we don't empower our writers. When we do that, we'll make greater films.
करण, अभी आपने कहा कि राजमौली सर ने आलोक किया आपके राइट में कि इन्होंने बोला कि आप रियलिटी शो जज मत करिए, फिल्म बनाइए, तो क्या आप ऐसा करने वाले हैं अभी?
इन्होंने नहीं कहा, मैंने खुद ये ठान लिया.
तो आपने बंद कर मतलब नहीं करी?
नहीं, अभी तो नहीं ना. मैं बीच शो में थोड़ी मैं निकल सकता हूँ शोज के बीच में. उन बेचारे कंटेस्टेंट्स का क्या होगा बीच में जो जज ही चला गया, भाग गया.
सवाल ये है कि बी अल्फाबेट आजकल काफी आपके साथ लगा हुआ है. हाँ. बॉम्बे वेलवेट, then Brothers is coming, then बाहुबली. तो एक जमाना था जब के आता था, अभी बी है, तो इसको आप...
वो दूसरे अल्फाबेट्स को बुरा लग रहा था ना, तो इसलिए मैंने सोचा कि उनकी क्या गलती थी, के को ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस दे दिया, बी पे मैं चढ़ गया हूँ.
करण, मेरा सवाल आपसे है कि आप हिंदी में प्लीज बता दें कि किस तरीके की कहानी है, क्योंकि इस फिल्म में एग्जैक्टली होने क्या वाला है.
आपको कहानी क्यों बताएं, हम आप पिक्चर आके देखिए.
थोड़ा एक
आप प्लीज देखिए. ये would you like to share as much of the narrative as you can, sir? क्योंकि ये मेरा हक नहीं है कि मैं कहानी बताऊं, ये हक इनका है.
I would like to, but I was not prepared to do that, and I have given this visual, and I don't want to, spoil that with my narrative at this moment of time. But as we progress into our interviews, which we will be going to do a lot, I think I'll give more insight into the film.
Rajamouli, I was reading somewhere, here, Lipika, I was reading somewhere that this film is touted to be the biggest film of the decade, astrologically, numerologically. What do you have to say?
Yeah, it is. It is in a sense, the budget-wise, the making-wise. I cannot exactly say it because I don't know what are the budgets of the other films. But as far as I know, if you take off the stars and the director's remunerations out of the production, I think this is by far the costliest production ever made.
राजमौली सर, इधर प्रशांत ईटीवी से आपके जी, मैंने आपका काम मगहिरा के वक्त मैं हैदराबाद में था और रामोजी फिल्म सिटी में जब आप शूट कर रहे थे उस बड़े पैमाने पर, तब मैंने देखा हुआ है एक इमोशनल कनेक्ट है, और आपको जब राजमौली सर लोग कहते हैं तो वो आपका काम बताता है। ये फिल्म एक तरह से बहुत सारी चीजों को लेकर है और राइटिंग की जैसी तारीफ की, कितना इमोशनल सफर रहा, क्योंकि फिल्मों के साथ एक इमोशनल कनेक्ट आपका जुड़ा हुआ है।
What was your emotional journey while spending 380 days and 3 years? What were your personal beats on while you went through the process of making Baahubali?
Like I said in my speech, this is the world that I have been living in.
My apologies. Yes, sir. Sorry.
Okay, this is the film that this is the world that I have been living in, not just dreaming of. And this is a very difficult world to construct. It just doesn't happen in one day. We keep on building brick by brick, and it is not my money that I am building it with. No, it is the producer's money, and I have a moral responsibility towards them. So these are contradictive emotions. When you see the budget is going up on one side and I'm putting some others' money in the front, and at the same time I'm seeing my dream, my world being built. These are two emotions, and on top of that, I'm spending less and less time with my family, but I should thank my wife, Rama, who was very supportive and very understanding. She not only did the costumes for this film, she not only designed the looks and costumes for the film, she was she was my backbone. She made me walk, and she made me stand up, and she made my world of Baahubali become true. So I had a lot of emotions going through me, and the emotions are contradictory to one another. But more than the emotion, it is because of these people who made my world come true.
प्रभास आपसे जी
Yeah.
प्रभास आपसे सवाल है कि जिस तरह का सिनेमा आप कर रहे थे, बहुत ही मेन स्ट्रीम सिनेमा था, और वो सब छोड़ के आपने एक फिल्म में पूरी जान लगा दी। स्क्रिप्ट इतनी कन्विक्शन के साथ राजमौली सर लेके आए थे, या आप करना चाहते थे राजमौली के साथ काम?
Yeah, I wanted to work with Rajamouli. I already did 10 years before film called Chhatrapati, and 6 years before he told me about, like, I'm going to do a very big film with you. 4 years before, 3.5 years before, he said, we're doing this script called Baahubali, and I'm so excited. And he told me, like, it'll take a lot of time. And this is once in a lifetime film. You can't get it again. And I'm lucky to be part of this film, and I want to do it. Thank you.
Karan, this question is for you. I am Prema. I'm coming from a news channel in Telugu, down south. And I'm proud to say that Rajamouli is our director. He's one of the brilliant directors of our times. He's made 10 films, and this is the 10th film. All his 9 films are blockbuster hits. And you have been the finest director and producer of Bollywood. I just wanted to know one thing, very curious. You've been telling so many things about Rajamouli, but I'm curious to know what are those senses and sensibilities, those real emotions that really triggered you as the director. In a director's point of view, what is it that you really admire in Rajamouli?
More than anything else, it's, how do I put it? Whenever I've seen his films, there is a certain kind of beyond the scale and the drama that is generated that he has inherently in his writing. I think he balances technology with emotion in a way and makes it so exceptionally audience friendly in a way I haven't seen any filmmaker do. You know, each filmmaker has a certain strength. When you look at Imtiaz Ali, there's always kind of some, there's a great conversational writing. Zoya Akhtar, who gets into the depths of relationships. Raju Irani, who taps into a socialist issue and gives it a certain kind of cinematic vision. Each filmmaker has a specific strength. Very few filmmakers integrate emotion with updated technology and yet makes it so largely for an audience without apologizing about it in any way. And integrating the three of these elements together, I think only Rajamouli has had that vision to do. So whether it's been in Magadhira or it's been in Iga or now in Baahubali, and I haven't seen Student Number One, but I'm sure it's exceptional as well. But I think there's the integration of emotion, of an audience and of updated technology. And I believe that sometimes you can just make a great technically solid film, but it could lack soul, or you could make a super solid, soulful film, but it may not have the cinematic vision. He combines these forces, and that's why he's a force to reckon with.
करण सर, हिंदी सिनेमा का दौर आज बदल चुका है, रियलिस्टिक सिनेमा का जमाना आ गया. आप एज अ प्रोड्यूसर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से कौन